Welcome back, CodeWithKamira. In today's episode, we are going to look at themes. Let's dive into code. So under lib, we created the app directory and we have the router and the themes. So under themes, we are going to have some files. We shall have app theme as a new file. Okay, this should give us our theme that we can apply. And we shall have the theme data. And this should give us the various data themes we need. So under theme data, we shall have a definition of our app bar theme. So const app bar theme. This is app bar. We call it maybe the light. We are going to define the light theme. App bar light theme is equals to app bar theme. Now, inside here, as I mentioned earlier, when you hover, you can see the various properties you can give. So let's begin by giving background color. We give colors dot, let's make the app bar theme to be white. Okay. Elevation, we give 0. Surface tint color, we make transparent. This surface tint color is the color you see which deviates from the one you know when you are scrolling, especially when you scroll above the bar. You see that the up bar tries to change the color. If you've given it white, it may look like gray. So when you set to transparent, you remove that effect. We have the scroll under elevation, we make it 0. We have the icon theme. I think it's icon theme. So what do we do for icon theme? Here we are defining the icons. So since the background is going to be white, then the icons should be black. So icon theme data, icon theme will give icon theme data. And the color of these icons should be colors dot black. If I give it white, all that appear in the app bar and the status bar will not be visible. I can also define maybe the title text style, the title of the application. I give it a style, which is a text style. And font size, I can make it 16. Font weight, I can give it 400. Font weight. Should be black. Colors dot black. So this is our app bar of the light theme. Let's define our color scheme. Const color scheme. I call it color scheme to be color scheme. Remove this. Color scheme dot light. And then here I can say maybe primary. I give the primary color. Primary. And I give the primary color, which is white, maybe. Colors that white. I give surface. On surface, black. Black. Then surface tint, I give transparent. Okay, let me define the scroll bar theme data. Scroll bar theme data. You may need it as scroll bar. As scroll bar theme data. So track color. At scroll bar. It's a widget state property. Widget state property dot all. Where is that? Widget state property dot all, and we give the value, which is the primary color. Colors dot height. Also, we can define the input decoration. Const input decoration. Where's that theme? Okay. And we want the light one. Light input decoration as our input decoration theme. Okay, so by default, if you don't specify decoration for any input, it will default to this. So we are saying that it's maybe we give the hint style. Hint style is a text style. So this is defining your hints, color of the hint. We give the hint maybe should have gray color. Colors dot gray. Okay, then because this is for the hint, the font weight should be maybe 400. Font weight, that 400. Then maybe font size 14. So what we are doing is to ensure that there is uniformity in the theme data throughout the application to avoid that improper visual effect. So what we do, we give a centralized definition that will always default. So that is the hint, but we can still in the input, remember we have int, we have maybe the border, we define our border, which we call it input border, but since we don't have it, shall define it. Then we have enabled border. Our enabled border, we give enabled border. Then we have focused border. We define a focused border. Then we shall have error border. We define error border. Maybe content padding. We define it as edge insets. Insets dot symmetric. Edge insets dot symmetric. Something that right. Edge inset. Edge insets dot symmetric. Okay, so we give the vertical, we may give a padding of 8, and horizontal, we may give a padding still of 8. Now, let's define our input border, and it's an outline input border. Const outline input border. We name it an input border, and we say is equals to outline input border, and so we give the border radius as maybe border radius dot, we want to say all. Okay, we give now the radius, that is going to be radius dot circular, then the value, we can give it a value of 12. So in case of any error, we just know where to change. Okay, now this is for the input. So it means that we can define also the one for the forecast. Copy and paste. We name this forecast border. Okay. Then what do we change here in the forecast border? Actually, we go back to this. We give the border side. Our border side should be border side we give the color light gray, colors dot light gray. Let's give gray, and which gray is that? Anyway, we give that. So we do this, paste there. Now focused, on focus is where I'm going to change. Focused border. We are going to, maybe we keep the radius, and then the side should give us a color of white, maybe white. Okay. Now we need error. So the error border, we do this. We define this as error border. Okay, and what do we change in the error border? I think now the color is red. Everything remains, but for error, we give the color red. And width, we give it 1.0. The input border. Okay. So we've defined this theme data. There are so many that you can define based on the requirements. Now let's create our app theme class app theme. And in this class, we can have a static, which method that returns theme data. Okay. And then we call it the light theme. The reason we are calling it the light theme is because you could define both the light theme and dark theme. Okay. Depending on what your requirement is. And then so here we return theme data. Theme data. Now we are going to pass the theme data we've been defining. So we say use material 3, that is good. Use material 3, true. And we can also define, let me check this here. Okay, use material 3. Then brightness should be the light. So brightness, it is brightness dot light. Brightness dot light. Then what else do we define? We can define font family. Yeah, but do we have the Google fonts? Okay, font family. And then in the font family, maybe you could use Google fonts, but we need a package for Google fonts. So Flutter add Google fonts added. So here we say font Google fonts dot Google fonts dot for outlines. Okay, we do that. Then we say outlines dot font family. Okay. For every scaffold, we'll have a background color default to this unless set otherwise. Colors dot white. And then the icon theme icon theme data, and we give the color of the icon theme data, which is going to be, I think we can give black, colors.black. Then input decoration theme, but we have input decoration in the theme data. Input decoration, this is what we will call. We call this and paste it there. So you import the app bar theme, and I think we did that. App bar theme, I think we defined it, the light theme. Okay, it's here already. App bar light theme, this one. So here you define your data, and then the theme, you call that data. Color scheme, we defined the color scheme there. The scroll bar theme, we define the scroll bar theme data. So you can define so many. As you can see here, there are properties that need to be used. So now we need to link our theme data to the material. So it means that we go to main and we look for the material app. Here where we have theme, we put app theme dot light. I think we defined it as light. Let me check. Import dot light theme. So we've linked our theme. Let's try to build the app and see. Observe the background color of application. So you see the background color has changed. Our application is pure white. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Code with Kamira. Bye.